Indeed, the love of the Almighty God is kind and is wonderful. As we all know that God Almighty has always been there for us, and He will never cease to be there for us. That is why we are returning all praises back to the one that gave us the grace to be among the living soul this evening. It has been His grace, it has been His mercy, it has been His, I don't know, but God has really been wonderful. From the beginning of the week till this moment, it has been the grace of God. That's why we say thank you, Jesus, for the grace given unto us to be here today. Like we all know that on this same program, we are live on Abntv, Houston, Nigeria. We are live on your favorite program, You Need Singles and Wives. Yes, You Need Singles and Wives. You can follow us on our Facebook, Abntv Houston, Nigeria. You can follow us on Twitter, Abntv Nigeria. You can follow us on TikTok, Abntv Nigeria. You can follow us on Instagram, Abntv Nigeria. And should in case you want to advertise your business, you can call us on 070-3230-1417. If you're outside Nigeria, just add +234 to the number. Let me repeat the number, 070-3230-1417. You see the number, you see the number on the screen. You can call the number, and again, if you're outside the country, just add +234 to the program. Like you all know, my name is Mrs. Idowu Feishayo, aka Mrs. Unique, and I'm here in the studio with my co-presenter.
I'm very sure you know me very well now. My name is Owolabi Rachel, your most precious girl.
Yes, Owolabi Rachel. You know, Owolabi Rachel is always shining and beautiful.
As always.
Yes,
always.
I don't even know if she's seeing what is happening in Nigeria, but indeed God has really been faithful. Indeed God has been faithful. Yes, without wasting much of our time, let's go straight to the program. Last week we talked about how the things you need to do before saying I do. And those are the things we've talked about. Last week we talked about
not living with your in-laws.
Yes.
When you get married, you must have your own apartment, you and your husband alone. Not living with your in-laws. That was what we talked about last week.
Yes. That was what we talked about last week. Not living with your in-laws. And those are the things you need to talk about before going to the altar with that man. Now today we want to talk about the things, the do's and don'ts, the steps you need to take, even not when you are courting now, but when you are still single, because there are some girls and boys that they are living together, and they will be like they are
living a couple's life.
Living a couple's life
without being married already.
Exactly. And they will say that they are courting. You know, people that are still in the school, and you don't even know where
your future is standing. So you later get married too.
Exactly.
Already living a couple's life with a man.
Exactly. So today I will not be handling the program anyway. I will hand over to Owolabi Rachel. Owolabi Rachel, over to you.
Oh yes, ma'am. So there's a lot of people, let me say a lot of single girls that are making a mistakes on what to do in a relationship. What they are supposed to do for a boyfriend. Or let me say what they're supposed to do for a husband, they're doing it for a boyfriend. For example, now, like what we just said now, living a couple's life with a boyfriend, not even a fiancé,
exactly.
a boyfriend. That is not ideal. You know, even when you are dating, you don't know, maybe you get married to the person, you don't know even if the person is your future husband already. Now living a couple's life. And it's common among the students.
Exactly.
Yes, students, you are in school. Your parents would think maybe like, they gave you like money to rent an apartment or something, but you'll be living with your man, which is not ideal, in which you will later regret in the future. Fine, it may work for you. Maybe you later marry the person in the nearest future. But those things that you're supposed to keep for your husband, even when you are dating, and when you are dating, you already show him everything.
Let me comment. Do you know, when I was in school, I used to know of a lady. The parent paid for the accommodation, but she won't stay in the hostel. she will go and stay, you know, all her life she will be staying there. But the moment she knows that the parent is coming to check up on her,
she will rush to the apartment and clean everything.
Exactly. Once we see her in the hostel, we know that the parent
is coming.
And the funniest thing is, her parents, they are I think the father is a pastor, while the mother is a deaconess or so. But all the same, it is not right at all. It is not ideal. It is not even good at all. You know, there are some things that you need to keep safe for your husband. And at the end of the day, you are living a couple's life. A man that is even 50-50. It is not even sure you people are getting married. You know, after university, You know, once you go for service,
Yeah,
you don't have an idea. Some people will even wait for years before getting a job, and at the end of the day,
before you develop yourself, before having money to settle for a family. So it is still long ago.
And one of the dangers attached to this is, you know, in the process of doing this, you can get to the level of aborting for a man. You know, so
It may
many,
not even be one, and endangering your own life.
and a lot of things is attached to this. Some people have done this, and at the end of the, well, I used to know of a lady. I don't think she's not even ashamed to tell us. She will just tell us in the hostel,
Oh.
I have been, I got pregnant, I don't want it, Moti Yodanu, this is what I want, this is what I want to do.
That is on a different level though.
Do you know how God works? After getting married, it was not even up to a year, she got pregnant, and as I'm saying right now, she has 3 kids.
That is for her.
Yes.
What works for her may not
Might not
work
work
for
for you. Some people have done that, and at the end of the day, they even apart from not getting pregnant and apart from all this, a lot of things is attached to it. A man that you know you are not even sure of, you will pack your things and start living with him. You know, you start doing husband and wife. Some people will even go to the extent of going to the guy's house,
Washing clothes for him, cooking for him.
know,
You now turn yourself to slave for a boyfriend. Cut me.
exactly,
A boyfriend, not a fiancé.
exactly.
Not a husband.
You know when the family of the boys, of the guy, I mean, start calling you my wife, you know that thing will just get into your head and be like,
Yes.
I'm
I'm the woman of the house.
Exactly, I'm the woman of the house. Probably the friends that they know that this thing is not even sure, they might not get married, they'll be the one coming and say, our wife. When you start cooking, our wife. When you start washing, our wife.
And there's still this thing that when you start cooking for a man, day in, day out, you cook breakfast for him, lunch and dinner. And then at the weekend, you wash his clothes, everything. You clean the house. Don't you know that the respect the man have for you will be reducing? Like, it will be reducing gradually.
Exactly.
You're not the wife. You're just the girlfriend.
Yes,
So it is not the responsibility of a girlfriend,
at all.
not the responsibility of a girlfriend to be
Exactly.
washing the clothes for a man.
Exactly.
And then some people even do it to the extent that they will, like students now, give their school fees to a boyfriend.
I'm even going there. That's what I'm even thinking about now. You know, when your parents will ask you to, well, apart from the school fee anyways, they will still give you money to for your own upkeep. And at the end of the day, you'll be using it to take care of a man that is not even sure. You know the funniest thing, Rachel.
There are even some men that you will take serious. They will not take you serious. They will know
That's
that they are not going to marry you.
Exactly.
They know that they are not going to marry you, and they will be collecting your things.
Exactly. They will be collecting the money with joy, and you will be spending thinking maybe you have seen.
I be now, and they will never tell you that I'm not going to marry you. But you put your heart, your head, your everything.
Exactly.
That is what I don't like about my gender. They think with their heart, not with their
With
head.
their head, exactly. At least there are times that there are some things you need to do for yourself. You know, I was listening to one lady on Instagram. I think Diary of a Kitchen Lover also. She was saying something. She was talking about how you can still build yourself without even looking for a rich man. You know, yes, it is. I'm not saying it's bad to look for a rich man.
We already talked about that maybe like 2 weeks ago.
I'm not saying it's bad, but the most important thing you can do is there are some period that you need to invest in yourself.
Yes, develop yourself first before looking for a man.
Exactly. Develop yourself. Not spending for, it is not, I'm not saying it's bad for you to give your man some, probably is in need and you've decided to do what you want to do. But at the same time, there are some period that you need to invest in yourself. You need it too. You need to build yourself to the extent that people can look up to you too. Yes. So as a lady, I would say as a young lady, please do everything possible. It is not all about living a couple's life with a man. It is not all about going to a man's house to wash clothes. That doesn't make you. Rachel, what do I say?
Yes,
what am I even saying?
Yes.
That doesn't mean you are a good wife.
The moment you are doing that, that doesn't make the boy to love you more.
Exactly.
It doesn't. He will even be looking down on you. You'll be looking down on him.
That you even ridicule yourself
this girl don't love me finish.
Exactly.
So there's nothing that you will say that you just follow and submit like that. It is not ideal.
You know,
as a woman, know how to speak for yourself. Know the level you are. Be proud of who you are. Don't let any man put you down.
Yeah, build yourself.
Build yourself, develop yourself. Have the money that you are shouting that you want a man to have.
And always understand the fact that you come first in everything.
Yes.
The way you are determines how, the way you build yourself, I mean, determines how the kind of people you will meet, the caliber of people you meet. If you think you don't have money and I'm looking for a you know, some people will say, I was watching something on Instagram and this girl was saying, they were like, dating a man that has vision. Sure you get, but he's not rich presently. But at least you will know that this person
you know the
is
person
aiming high.
now.
Exactly.
Yes.
And dating a Yahoo guy. Do you know this lady chose a Yahoo guy?
That is the mistake my gender make when they are single. You know, there will be like some men that they are ready to develop themselves. They are in the stage of developing themselves. They don't have the money yet, but they have the dream, and they are working towards it. Exactly. But there are some Yahoo guys, as we call them. They will have the money, then they will be able to satisfy you. But what about the future? And Yahoo money, when they see money, they just spend it. What about when they spend that money finish? Is it sure that another client will pay for another fee?
I used to say something. I was telling a lady something. I said the fact that you are getting, I'm not saying something bad will happen in the future, because
but everybody will have to just think positively and negatively. Anything can happen.
Exactly. The end of our topic is how you are going to build yourself. I was telling a lady that you can as well raise up yourself the way you are. You know, when you get to the mountain, 80% of women there, they pray for their husband, and it's very good, it's right. But at the same time, let's leave the spiritual aspect, let's go to the physical aspect. When you know you are not even in a courtship, you don't even have an idea of how the relationship is going to be. You don't even have an idea of how the future, what the future will hold. But as a lady, this period, the time you are using to gather everything for your man, you can as well
develop yourself.
Build yourself. That's the head of our matter. You can as well build yourself. You can as well always tell yourself that this thing that I'm seeing, this rich people that I'm seeing, I can still climb to that height. Sure, you understand? I can get there. Yes, it is not bad for you to find love. Good. But it's important when you build yourself to an extent. Rachel, men will surround your table.
Yes, they will line up like this at your front.
You'll be the
they
one
will want you.
You'll be the one to even...
You'll be choosing. You're not my spec.
I want this.
I want you.
I don't want this. This is what I want. This is what I don't want.
And there's this thing that the moment you develop yourself, even if you don't have the money, but you are developing yourself and you have a boyfriend, even in school you have a boyfriend, but that boyfriend will respect you because the class you are in. I'm not talking about maybe like pride or stuff like that, but the development state that you have, the mentality that you have, the man will respect you.
Yes, so
the man will respect you surely. So it depends on where you place yourself.
Exactly. And the way they say the way you dress is the way you be addressed. At the same time, do you know that the way you build yourself determines who you are going to meet? And
there will be some guy that when they meet you, they don't have like the mind of getting serious with you. Exactly. But the moment they know you, maybe like couples of months, they will want to be with you.
Exactly, when they know that this person is serious with her life, this person has vision, this person is building, is working towards.
Yes.
She's the only thing she knows is how to build herself. You know, some men will tell you that I cannot get married to a liability.
Yes. It's not even some men, many men.
I don't want a liability.
Majority of them out there, nobody wants full housewife again. Yeah.
After they have used the people that will come to their house to come and wash. People that will come to their house to come and cook. People that will come to their house to come and clean. Someone was on social media anyways. This is a little bit funny. She said she went to her boyfriend's house and she videoed everything, how dirty the house was. The girl was like, I had to go back because I cannot start cleaning. I cannot start doing these things Because I'm not.
If it is for a fiancé, it is different. But for a boyfriend, me as a person, I cannot do it though.
Exactly.
I cannot.
Exactly.
I can't.
Exactly. Everything we are talking about and everything we're talking about is for you to build yourself. Don't let a man pull you down in any way. It is good for you to yes, there are some people that they started their relationship from somewhere and today they are still together. It is not bad. But
and
as you are building,
they grew up together.
Exactly.
Like they developed together. It's not that maybe only the man developed and the girl just
exactly. And you know there are some men that as you are building them, they don't want you to build yourself. Do you know there are some men like that? Selfishness. Yes, there are some men like that.
And there are some men that will say that I cannot marry my wife if she's richer than me. Yes.
That one is a topic
on its own
for another day. Anyway, without wasting much of our time, like we said, like we've been saying that the only thing you can do for yourself as a lady is to build yourself. Build yourself. The way you build yourself determines who you are going to meet. The way you build yourself determines the kind of man you are going to get married to. If you think the only way you can escape poverty is for you to rely on a man's wealth, that means you are not ready. You can as well build yourself to the extent that men will look up to you and be like, wow, that kind of lady is the kind of lady I want. So as a lady, please learn to build yourself. There's nothing like I'm going there to wash clothes. That doesn't guarantee you eventually get married to him. So from next week, we are going to start something. You can be calling on the program. We are going to release the program next week. So if you want to call on the program, just meet us live on www.abnnetwork.com/TV. You can watch us live by 3 p.m. every Saturday. So without wasting much of our time, we are saying goodbye on this program. Like I said, we are on Abntv, Houston, Nigeria, and our program is what? Eunice, Singles and Wives. Then the only word I have for you today is that as a lady, learn to build yourself. Learn to build yourself. The way you carry yourself determines the way other people will carry you. The way you show yourself to a man, like if you show yourself to a man that you are cheap, he's going to carry you as a cheap lady. But if you show to a man that you have a vision, you have somewhere you are going, you can build yourself, you are building yourself and you have things ahead of you, definitely that man will carry you the same way. So as a lady, please build yourself.
That comes first.
Washing in a man's house doesn't guarantee
marriage.
Please wait till give them the farewell message.
Oh, what I want to say to you is that single ladies, please, your self-esteem, don't let it be low. Don't let your self-esteem be low. You know, your mentality, the way you think, will determine how a man will take you. The way you handle a situation will determine how a man will take you. Exactly. So, please, develop your mentality and develop yourself. I'm still coming back to that. Develop yourself. So, thank you.
So, before we go on this program, like we always advertise, we have SEMAD International School. It's right behind Ayegbe. We are currently on our summer lesson, right?
Yes.
Yes, we are currently doing our summer lesson, SEMAD International School. This is a place where we teach young girls how we teach them different kind of handwork. We don't base on education alone, but we have a lot of things. A lot of things are waiting your child. Please enroll your child in SEMAD International School. Do enjoy the rest of our day. Still on the program, you need Singles and Wives.
Thank you.
Thank you.